Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me. I have no clue if my glue is going to work or my scissors are going to work. I haven't used them in over a week now, so don't know if they're going to work. Hopefully they will though. This is your Friday freebie. These 2 pages. I thought we would get started on some autumn or fall flowers and things. So you can cut these out or cut them into a square. Use them as journal cards or as fussy cuts, whatever you'd want. I just went ahead and put that backing on them just to give you an option of which way you wanted to do those. Now we may use some of these, I don't know. I'm going to do something completely out of the norm today. I've got quite a few envelopes here that have been falling in the floor from my stash, and I will say they have been falling in the floor. I picked them up and I put them back, and I pick them up and I put them back, and they slide back out again. So I thought, Edith, you got to do something with them. It's time. I'm going to use some of the big ones first, and we may go back to some of the others. These are some that I've got from one of you guys. We don't get these big envelopes here anymore. Used to, we did years ago. We don't anymore. And then I may use this piece of junk mail. I don't know. I was looking at it a minute ago, and I think I might have an idea of how to use it. So we'll just play around and see what happens. So let's get one that's not already folded. That one was already folded. This one should work pretty good. Now, I'm not going to use the window part of it. I always tell you this. You can use the window part, cut it out if you want. I'm not going to do it probably in this one. I say probably because I don't really know. I'm also going to use, I've got a lot of papers here that are just bits and pieces of kits, and I'm probably going to just grab some of those and use them in here, in this. Oh, let's see. Now, there's many things that you can do with these envelopes. I've shown you a ton of different ways to use envelopes, and I'll try to remember to link a playlist below. But I saw Rachel last Friday do her Friday challenge. I think it's Roxy's weekly challenge, and she was using just like book pages and regular digitals and things like that. But I thought, well, I could probably incorporate that and use these envelopes. So I think that's what we're going to try to do. Now I say I think because I haven't even made one. I just had it in my mind and I thought we would do it. So what I'm looking for right now is a piece of paper that is printed on both sides, because I need it to be printed on both sides. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use one, and we'll just kind of figure it out from there. How's that sound? And it's not double-sided, it's just single-sided. I'm going to fold it just like I would for a journal page. Maybe I'll fold it straight. So how have you guys been? I didn't even get to ask you when I did the video, I think yesterday or whenever it was that I said that I was home. Didn't get to ask you. But I thought I would ask you now. Now, the only problem with this piece of paper is I don't want to cover any of this up. Okay, we may go to a different route then. See, I told you I didn't think this too far in advance, did I? Alright, let's get a different piece of paper. I don't want to cover any of that up. You really need a piece of paper that you don't mind covering something on. Now this one, even though I love that, I don't mind covering some on this. Oh, and look, it's double-sided. Well, hello. So we'll do it with this one. And this one could go in just about any journal. So what we're going to do, now what Rachel did was she took another piece of paper, let's just say it was this one, and she cut it at an angle where she would have pockets in the pages. So she was creating pages with pockets on them. So what I thought I would do is take these envelopes and I'll cut them off here and then cut down through here, and we'll have a pocket and a pocket. And you could use this window. That would be pretty on this one, Edith. Okay, I think I've even changed my mind again. This is what I think we're going to do. I think I'm going to mark that right there. And then I'm going to try to fold it where that mark is. The word here is try. Okay. So you guys can just sit and watch me play, and I'll see if it works out. If it does, okay, and if it doesn't, then you'll still just be watching me play. Okay. So I can still cut that. I'm thinking out loud here. I can still cut that and put paper on here, or I could just cut it down and use my window. I think on this one I'm going to cut it though. And let me grab my ruler here. I'm going to leave a little bit here because I don't want to point, so I'm just going to come over maybe that direction. And I'm just going to draw a little line and then cut it. It's no biggie. No biggie. It doesn't have to, oops, well, you do have to draw a line, but it doesn't have to be straight. I think my pen didn't work at the first part of the line. Now, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down through here. Right where I folded it, hopefully. I say hopefully because I'm not too good at cutting straight most days. And then we're just going to cut that off right there. That can just be scraps, or you can use it again. Now, what this would do, and I know that looks weird, doesn't it? I'm not even going to open that up. I'm just going to pretend that it's open. So what that would do, we would glue it here and here, and that would be a pocket, and then another pocket. And then when you flip it over to the other page, we'll make this one probably a side tuck. So we'll glue it right down through here, across here, and it'll be a side tuck. So all we need to do here is cut that like that. And I could have waited until I put the paper on it, but I'm kind of getting an idea of what I want to do first. Alright, I think that'll work. So let's glue some of the pieces together that need to be glued together first. Yeah, I decided that I needed to use some envelopes instead of picking them up out of the floor. That was getting to be old. I don't know why they're so slick and they just slide right out of my little cubby that I have them in, but it seems like every other day I was picking up envelopes. Now, I just glued this together because I just want the thickness of it. I didn't want a double side tuck. You could leave it open if you wanted and have, and we may do this in another one, you could cut on down this way on the front one and then have a side tuck and a side tuck. We might do that on the next one. So let's cover this with some paper. Paper. Now, we can actually use this, I think. Well, not there. I don't want to use it there. I'm going to use it over here, and I'll get this on there. So I tell you what, when I've been gone from this place a week like I was, it's just like walking back and waking up. It's like, what am I supposed to be doing? Let's see. I think I'm going to let it lap over just a little bit, maybe. I know that I probably didn't drop that exactly straight, but it's alright. So yeah, I come back in here and I'm trying to figure out if I want to cut it or leave it. We could glue it all the way across and then just trim it out. We could put something here. Let's do that. That'll be the easiest way. And I hate that I'm covering this up, but I can print that again. That's in one of my digitals. So we'll just print that one again. Ugh, glue. Come on now, cooperate. It's better if you don't get the big globs of glue like I do, but you know, if you do, you can just say, I'm just doing like Edith told me to do. Or Edith showed me to do. Okie dokie. Now let's see. I'm just going to cut it. And here, I don't want to glue that pocket together, so I'm just going to put a little glue out there. I have no idea. I may have to end up cutting this off some more, but right now we're just going to go this route and see what happens. Okay. So those little pieces I'll save. Alright, so since I'm not using this as a double pocket, I can go ahead and fold these pieces over. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the corner here, and then, let's see, pull that up. So we'll just do a little cut here. And then I'll probably just trim that little bit off because I didn't leave enough to fold over, so not a problem. Thank you guys for being so patient with us while we have been working on orders this week. We had, thankfully, thank you very much, thank all of you. We had a ton of orders when we got back, which was a blessing, because I was kind of scared that we wasn't going to have any. But we had a ton of orders when we got back, and you know, all the 50% off things, all of that, were going out. So there's only 2 or 3 orders that we're still waiting on something on, and that's the ink. If you ordered that new ink, the new release, we're still waiting on that. So we've got a few orders that had that on there that we're waiting on. And then, let's see, I don't think there was anything else that, well, Alicia is cutting the cutting boards that some of you guys ordered. You special ordered the cutting boards. Those are made to order. So, you know, they're not made ahead of time and just sitting around here. They're made to order. So she is working on those. And then I think that's about it. I think all of our 50% off things have gone out. We had a ton of weight in all these packages because those guillotine trimmers weigh a lot. So, but that was good. The post office was happy, and so was we, so that was not a problem. Our little post office, they get really excited when we have big shipments because we're basically, and this is their words, we're basically what keeps them open because they've already closed down a couple of the smaller post offices around us, just saying that there's not enough shipments and that kind of thing to keep it open. So, and I messed up right here, so I'm going to have to open this back up. So they're very thankful when we have big shipments so that they can stay open. And we had a lot this week. I think in 4 days we had over 250 packages that we took over to them. So I was tickled with that. Yeah, I started closing that up, and I remembered that I didn't want to close that up because I wanted it to be a double pocket. So I had to back up and punt. Okay. All right. Now let's see. Let's see what this funny looking little gadget will be. I am gonna, even though that is not, the glue's not dry on that, and I probably don't need to, I'm gonna go ahead and fold it. I think it will be okay. So there's our fold. We don't have to cover the back because we're not going to be using the back, it's going to be glued down. I had some glue there, came off of my mat probably. So let's say this is a page and we put it on this page. So it would go like this. That would glue here and here. And there would be a side tuck pocket. Let's do it different. I need to show you exactly how this is going to sit. Okay. Like that. So this side is going to basically come up to where the spine is. Just basically. So you would glue it down through here and across here, and you would have a double tuck there. There's one tuck there, and then there's another one behind it. And you can go ahead and put some paper on this other part here if you want. I may on the other ones. I don't know about this one. So you've got a double tuck pocket there, and then when you go over to the next page, you have a side tuck here. Now this I didn't cut exactly straight, so it's a little bit off right there, but it'll still work. You can just glue it down like that and it will still work. So I would glue down through here and across here, and then that would be a side tuck. So that's what that looks like. Now we need to put something on here. We do not have anything on here. What are we going to put? I've got a bunch of little pieces here that I need to grab out and use up. Those little birds are cute. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is another strange looking idea here. Yeah, and we did a little arch there, so that could be actually another pocket. Now this is kind of flimsy, so I would want to back at least the top part on something, because this is not very thick paper at all. So we'll go ahead and back it on this. Yeah, I didn't get a chance while we were gone to watch a lot of videos or anything, because most everywhere we went, we had no internet. Now, they have Wi-Fi on the bus or on the RV, but for some reason, I could never get hooked up to it. And I don't know if it's my old phone, I don't know what it is. But I could never get myself hooked up to it. Erin got hooked up, Melina got hooked up, but I just never could get it to work for me. So I didn't get to watch very much of anything. And I couldn't get on to talk to you guys or anything like that. So I'm way far behind on comments and everything. We had Betty a couple of times. Well, Melina actually ran out of internet at one point, so we had her a couple of times to go on and let you guys know what was going on, and that we would get back with you as soon as we could. And basically, we didn't get good internet back until we almost got home. Because when we came through Nashville, which Nashville is normally, you know, really good Wi-Fi, but it was storming. And so, and I know a lot of you have probably seen those pictures or that little video I posted. It was storming like crazy. And I took the video, but I didn't get to post it till we got home because I couldn't get on the internet. So I didn't have internet basically until I got back home, and then we had a little bit. I don't know how this is going to look, but I'm going to use it. We're just going to put a little bit of glue down through here, and then across the bottom, real crooked, and then up this side. And that's going to go right up to the edge. And then that can be another little pocket. So if you had a tag, you could slide it down in there. Now I probably won't make the tags for these today, but I'm definitely going to be using them in my journals. Just another idea to give you a little bit more space on your pages and a few more pockets. Now we could put some little something right there. I've got a ton of little stamps here. Wrong color. That one. Oh, it's two of them. Let's see what else we got. I thought I had some butterfly ones in here. Oh, I like that one better. So you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little slow. I'm just trying to catch myself back up, and I'm very, very tired right now because of all of the shipments that we put out this week. We had help with Bethany and Aaron because Bethany actually moved to a new salon, and she's just now getting everything set up there. So she was able to help us a day and a half. And then Aaron helped us 2 days, so, but, you know, it's basically me and Brandon most every day. Melina works from home most of the time, but it's basically Brandon and I, so, you know, because I can't afford to hire anybody else. Wish I could. I wish I had about 10 employees, but you know, you got to justify having that many. So I like that. I like that. I think we're going to leave it that way. And you could put a little label up here if you wanted on that side. Let's go on and make another. So we need to measure just to see how wide our page is, and then mark it. We're going to fold it around. And then I'm going to fold it around like that. Okay, and then we're just going to put a little line down through here about how far we want to cut it off. About like that. And then on this side, I think I'm going to do what we said a little bit ago. I am going to bring this front part, bring this part down a little bit. And I think I'll just fold that back instead of cutting it off. So what I'm going to do here is, I hope I'm making sense of this. Because some days lately I don't seem to make sense even to myself. I'll try to cut that as straight as possible. And then we'll cut over here. Oops. Okay. Now let's see if we can fold this back. I feel like I'm all thumbs today. I don't feel like I have any fingers. I think we can fold that in. Yeah. So then we will have a pocket, a side tuck pocket up here. And then we're going to have, and I'm going to cut it off just so that I'll know what that is. You can wait and cut it off when you put the paper on. So we'll put paper on there, and then we'll have a side tuck up here, and then we'll have a pocket here. I like that. Now we need to take this little piece off. So if you have messaged me on the YouTube videos, if you have asked me questions on there and I haven't answered them, it's not that I'm ignoring you, believe me. It's just that I haven't had time. I have answered all of my emails. That's one of the first things I do every morning while I'm drinking my coffee, is I go through all the emails and I respond to as many as I can, and then during the day I respond to the remaining emails. And let me reiterate this right here, because I had a lady that kind of got a little irritated with me, I think. And I don't know that it was any of you that watched my videos, so please don't take this personally. If you have left me an email, it wasn't you. If you send me an email and I don't respond to you within 24 hours, now that's if I'm at home. Of course, last week I couldn't respond because I wasn't at home and I didn't have internet. But on normal days, if I don't respond to you within 24 hours, then just assume that I did not get the email, because I respond to every email at least 2 and 3 times a day. I don't let them sit there and ignore them. I don't let them build up. I can't stand to have emails that build up in my little inbox. I have to get rid of them. I have to answer them, do something with them, and then file them away. That's just my little pet peeve. So if you don't get a response from me within 24 hours, then you can just bet that I did not get your email. That it never came to me. And like I said, a lady got a little bit ill, because she said she had requested something from me, and she had sent me 3 emails, and I hadn't done it yet. Well, if you request me to do something, no matter what it is, if you don't get an answer back from me saying, okay, it's done, or yes, I'm going to do that, or something, then I didn't get it. And you just need to try to contact me another way. You can private message me. Now, again, I had another lady that's been private messaging me on my old account, and I can't even get into that account. That one was hacked a long time ago, and I've lost everything. I cannot get in there. So don't send me anything to that email, to that private message, because I will not get it. Please. Okay. Hopefully that's clear as mud. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do here. Let's see. I'm thinking I'm going to cut this off first. Leave enough to fold down in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here, because, let's see, I'm not going to be able to cover this whole one like we did on the other one. Not yet. So don't get irritated with me, please. I promise you, I am responding as fast as humanly possible. Now, I have known people that's, well, even my son-in-law, he's a mess. He is an engineer, and he's very, very intelligent, and he keeps up with everything, and he's very organized and all that. But when it comes to his emails, that boy, I fuss at him, because I'm like, I sent you 2 emails with those links. And he'll say, I didn't get them. I said, did you look? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, okay, I'll go look. And there they are with his 1,000 other emails that's been sent to him. Of course, he has 3 different email addresses. He has one for his business, one for his personal, and then one for something else. I don't know why. But anyway, so I can kind of see. But he answers all of his business ones. It's just that when it comes to me, he forgets about answering them. Now, I'm trying to fold this over. If you don't care whether that's folded over or not, don't worry about it. I'm just trying to make a fold there so it won't be, you won't be able to see that paper, that envelope in there. So that's why I was flipping it around in 100 different directions. Now here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this no, I'm going to fold it around. The reason being is I don't want that corner to show. But before we do that, we're going to put a little paper right here, because we want this covered up. We're going to put a little paper right in there. And I think that piece right there is going to be it. But as I was saying, you can private message me through my new Facebook account. You can send, I've got 2 different email addresses, one business and one regular. You can send me an email to one of those. If you don't get an answer from one, send it to the other one. Or, best thing to do, a lot of people, they send the same email to both email addresses, and then they're sure that I get it that way. Okay, I've got a little piece right there. I didn't quite slide it far enough. So, I think I'm just going to ink that. This little bit, I'm just going to fold in and glue. Now, there's some people who have said, tell us about your trip. I don't really know where to start, truthfully. Basically, it wasn't a vacation. A lot of people say, oh, you went on vacation with your kids. Well, yes and no. It wasn't really a vacation because we were constantly going. I went with the kids because they were singing at, they were singing on stage at Silver Dollar City. So we went there. And they sang on Wednesday, last Wednesday. And then we left there. Look at that. I did not bring that paper down far enough, did I? We left there. Where did we go from there? You know I'm talking and I don't know what I'm doing here. On that other one, I cut that back part off. I kept thinking, why does this look different? And that's why. We stayed there on Wednesday. They sang. Then on Thursday, they went back to Silver Dollar City to, you know, do all the rides and all that kind of stuff. I did not go because it was like 98 degrees and hot as blue blazes, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't see out there walking around in that heat. I didn't think I would enjoy myself at all. So I stayed in the RV and I basically worked on digitals and watched a movie or two and just kind of relaxed. So that's what I did on Thursday. And then Friday morning we got up early and left because we had to be, or they had to be, in Kentucky, which was on the RV a 10-hour drive. On normal, you could probably make it in 7, but on the RV, it takes a little longer because we can't go very fast. Because they also pull a trailer, so that doesn't go very fast. I'm going to cut that off, get that little tip off of it. So we made it to Nancy, Kentucky at about, I think it was about 6 o'clock. Something like that on Thursday afternoon or night, and we had a little RV place that we stayed there. The lady that owned it was very, very sweet, or I say lady, she was a young girl, very sweet. She met us at the place and just made sure everything was okay, made sure we got everything set up right, and so the church was just about 5 minutes from there. So we just, you know, went to the church and they set up their equipment and all that kind of stuff, and then we came back and we ate. And most of the time, well, I say we came back and ate, we did not. I just told you a story. We went to, where did we go? We went to a Mexican restaurant there and ate. That was just right down the road from where we were, and the kids had ate there before, so they loved it because they had been to this church before. And so they said, Mom, we're going to take you to the Mexican restaurant because they know I love Mexican, and let you eat tonight instead of us cooking, because we had been cooking every night and then eating sandwiches during the day. We did not eat out but that one time. That's all the money we spent on food. Because we packed that RV full of snacks and, you know, hot dogs and hamburgers and things like that. And I took my griddle and we grilled, and I took sweet potatoes and we cooked those in the fire. And so we had plenty of food. We just didn't eat out. Didn't have to spend money on eating out. But we went to that Mexican restaurant, and then we came back to the RV, and we just kind of chilled that night, Friday night, because we had to be, or I keep saying we, it really wasn't me, they had to be back over at the church at, let's see, Saturday night, they had to be back over there by 3:30, I think. So we chilled on Friday night, and then we went over to the church Saturday at, I guess it was about 3, and they met the pastor and made sure everything was a-okay with all their equipment. We set up the product table and all that kind of good stuff. Got everything ready. And then they had to be back at singing at 7, I think. They had to, that's when they went on stage, 7 to sing. So we was back in there at 7. Then the next morning, as soon as the singing was over, we went and crashed in the RV, because the next morning at 10:30 we had to be back in there for another singing. They booked them twice, Saturday night and Sunday morning. So we went back on Sunday morning and they sang again. And then we got out, and then they fed us. They had food for us. So then we ate, and we left about 1:30, maybe, something like that. And we got home a little after 6, because from there to my house was, I'd say 6-7 hours. So we got home a little after 6. And we all came in and crashed. I mean, the kids, they backed their cars up to the RV and started throwing things in the back end of the cars, and they left. And I threw my stuff in and took a shower and went to bed because I was give out. So it's not my form of vacation. I mean, I enjoy being with my kids, don't get me wrong, but my kind of vacation is when you go and you just relax, and we had very little time to relax. They had 3 shows at Silver Dollar City that was back to back on Wednesday. They started at 10:30 Wednesday morning. They sung from 10:30 to 11:30. They came back at 12. They sung from 12 to 1. They came back at 1:30, and they sung from 1:30 to 2:30. So 3 shows back to back. And then Brooklyn and I ran the product table, so we was busy with the product table. So, and then I tried my best, which I didn't do a very good job, I'm sure, but I tried my best to help them a little bit, load and unload and pack things up and all that kind of stuff, because it's a lot of work. It is, for anybody who's never been in a singing group or never been around anybody that's in a singing group, it's a lot of work. I mean, my husband used to sing in a singing group many years ago when we were younger, so I kind of know what it's all about, but I had forgotten how difficult it is. Do you see what I did? You do see what I did, right? I just, that second pocket that I put there, I just closed it right up. And I've already sealed it over now, so, oh well. It's good. I wanted the flower to show anyway. But we did have another pocket right in there. I can feel it. Shoot. I wish I hadn't done that. But I can't pull it up now because it'll just tear everything. But you can make another pocket here, so you have a tuck and a pocket. And then a pocket and a pocket. You guys know when I start talking, I can't remember what I'm doing, especially when it's something like this that I haven't done before. And I'm doing it for the first time. So let's see if we have some little something that we can put up here. And we might actually remember to do something right on the next one. I don't know. No guarantees. I think I'm going to put that little butterfly stamp. So that's the gist of our traveling. So we got back Sunday night about, like I said, 6:30, something like that. I don't know exactly. I didn't look at the clock. And then, so Monday was Labor Day here in America. I don't think it is everywhere else, but we have Labor Day holiday, so, you know, the mail doesn't run and all of that, and I'm telling you, I crashed. That looks a little bit bright for me. I shouldn't put it down without looking at it, but I'm going to put a little ink over it, and hopefully it will blend in. Yep, it does. See, a lot of times you can disguise something just by putting a little ink on there. There, that looks much better. Doesn't look so bright. Yeah, I kind of crashed Monday. I did do my laundry. I caught my laundry back up, and I fixed something to eat, and I did a little bit in the house. I didn't do much because Erin cleans my house on Wednesdays, so I didn't really have to do a lot. But just the little things like taking out the garbage and, you know, stuff like that. So that's the gist of my, as you call it, holiday. I don't call it holiday, but it's no, I want a real vacation where I can go and just rest. And I'll tell you another thing, and you know, I'm very excited that they've got the RV because they can take their food on there and they don't have to spend money for food. They don't have to spend money for their hotels when they're out of town, which they're out of town every weekend. But it's when even the size that it is, and it's not one of the bigger ones. It's a used one. It's been, you know, I don't know how old it is, but anyway, it's just not big enough for 7 people. I felt very cramped, and I think the reason I felt cramped is because I'm used to being home by myself. I'm used to being alone. And it has 2 bathrooms on it. I mean, it's very nice for them. But when you throw me in the mixture, I feel like a 5th wheel because, you know, I have to, I'm very private. I like to take time getting my shower, take time getting dressed, and you can't do that when you got 7 people. And, you know, even though you've got 2 bathrooms, you've got 3 waiting in this line and 4 waiting in this line to get to the showers and all that. So it was a trip, but it's not a trip that I want to repeat anytime soon. Even though, like I said, I had a wonderful time with my kids, but next time I want to go anywhere with my kids, I think we're going to do it and just rest. If they even have a time to do that, because they're booked solid through the end of the year and then on into next year. So I may end up going somewhere by myself and resting. I just want to kick my feet up and watch the waves go by and that kind of thing. So there's another one. I love these. I do. I would have loved that more if I'd have remembered my pocket, but, you know. See, I wouldn't put it on this page, of course, but there's a double pocket there. And then you've got a tuck there, and if I'd left it open, you would have a little pocket here. So that is another one of those. Now let's see what we might do with this. Now this again is something that Rachel did on one of her, and I talk about Rachel a lot. It's Roxy Creations on YouTube, because she's one of the people that I do watch. I try to watch a lot of people, but I end up falling asleep, truthfully. And I don't watch a ton of people, but she's one of the people that I kind of watch as I'm going to sleep. Sometimes I get the first part of her video, and then the last part, I have no clue what happened. But she did something similar to this. Now, she used just digital pages, but I think I want to use this to use it up. So I think we're going to use this and see what we can come up with. And again, I'm just going to use some of this scrap paper here. See what we can do with it. It's going to be too long to do. Oh, wait, this goes this way. Oh, wait, I need to cut this off anyway because it can't be taller than my journal. Duh. So let's lay those right there. So let's see how tall this is. It's 9 inches, so I need to cut it off to 8.5 maybe. So let's cut about 1/2 inch off of it. And I'm going to guesstimate. close enough. Closeness does count in this kind of thing too. Now I can use any kind of page, which that right there is beautiful. I think I'll continue with these though. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover each one of these panels. I've got my glue on there. I started to say ink. And then I think I'm not going to take it over the fold, because if I do, then I'm going to have a problem trying to work out how that's going to fold up. So I'm just going to take it to right there. Make sure you press it down good to get all that glue squished like it needs to be. Now you can take it over the fold if you want. As a matter of fact, on this side I did, and I didn't even mean to. If the paper is thin enough, which this paper is pretty thin. And I've actually got something printed on the back of this, and I didn't know it. It's okay, I can print it again. Okay, we took that one over the fold. This one, the next one, I don't know, we might, who knows. We're going to do this one here. This is from my Tall Journal digital kit. I don't know if I have this in print and ship yet. I'll check and I'll get it in there if anyone needs it in the print and ship. And thank you guys so much for purchasing the print and ship. I wasn't sure how that was going to go exactly. But it has been fantastic so far. I mean, a lot of you guys, you know, have asked to have print and ship done, and we have done a lot. As a matter of fact, on Monday or Tuesday when I got back, I think I used 2 reams of paper and 7 cartridges printing the print and ship, which is fine. You know, that's what I wanted to do. But so that is wonderful. But you know, if you'd had to print all those at home, it would have cost you a lot of money. Now, the cartridges, I pay for them, but I have the big subscription, the mega subscription with HP, so you know, I don't pay extra for them, but I do pay the premium each month for my cartridges. And then my paper, of course I purchase it, and I use the high quality paper. But yeah, it does cost when you're having to print things at home for yourself. Oh, we could do that right there if it was a little bit longer. That's cute. Now, all right, let's see what else we got. I think we got this one that we could put here. Nope, I don't like the looks of that on that side. Let's see what it looks like over here. I'm going to lose part of my butterfly, so not going to do that. Let me find one. Oh, I don't mind that one with that. I kind of like those colors together. And we do still have, you know, I told you that the 50% off sale was going to end on the 31st of August. But then when I did the video on Wednesday, I guess it was, I told you that the last order that I placed with them, they let me have those items again for the 50% off. So, I've got a gnat flying around me, sorry. And I don't know why. I did take a bath. But they let me have them for the 50% off again. So, we still do have a few pieces. Not everything, I don't think, but we still have a few that are 50% off, and I just put that upside down. And I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it up. Maybe. Ooh, don't. See, this is how good this glue is. Somebody asked me, was our glue stick really good? Yes. You will actually tear your paper before it comes unstuck. Oh, don't. But I've got that all upside down. So anyway, if you want any of those items while they last, because once this batch is gone, that'll be it. We won't, I'm sure they won't let me have any more. You can go ahead and grab some of those. Those trimmers are wonderful. And for the prices, can't beat that. I don't think it will ever be this low again. I can't imagine why Tim Holtz is doing it now. May not be him, it may be Ranger or Tonic. Ugh. Now I got glue everywhere. Okay, now I got my writing the right way up. See, it has writing in the back. Is the reason I had to worry about it. I know this is big and it's hard to see, and I'm going to see if I can fold this around. See if it will look okay. I think it will. I think we'll do that. I know it's pretty thin right through here, but it's going to be okay. We're going to do it. Now we also have the new mats. I say new, they're new to us, that Tim Holtz, and those are on sale as well. And I love all of these mats. You don't have to worry about your glue getting on them. You can just take them and wash them off when you finish, or heat, you know, getting to them. If you need to use your heat gun, you don't have to worry about that because all of them are heat resistant. This one is, the brown one is, and I'm sure the other white one is. So it makes a difference. Okay, got that much done. Now let's do this end. Sticky, sticky. All right, what do we want to put here? Now, I don't like that there, so let's try something different. Let's do this one. I like this one better. I did one of these journals, the tall journal, I think last year. And can't remember who bought it, but it was bought up right away. Has this got an up and a down? Oh. I know you're thinking, what in the world are you doing, lady? I don't really know. No, I do know. Right now I'm just trying to work it out in my head. But you don't have to have this, remember. You can do this with just your digital paper, your scrapbook paper, whatever you have. But I'll show you how it would go in a journal in just a minute. We get a little bit of glue on here. Okay, we just need to cover this part right here in the middle. And we could probably use this to cover that. Does that look a little bit too matchy-matchy? What about this? No? Oh, maybe this way. Now, I kind of like it that way. I think I'm going to take off a little bit on each end. And I'm just going to make a little indentation where I want to trim it off. Take off a little bit on each end and then we'll put that down maybe. We'll look at it again. And we didn't see the first, well, I take that back. I did see one person that said that they watch our videos, that saw us in Branson. So that was neat. But that's the only person that we saw that we knew, as we say it, we knew them. Because I feel like I know all of you guys. Just simply because we do videos and we talk and you talk to me through the comments, and a lot of you guys have been with me since the very beginning when I had no clue what I was doing, and I still don't really know what I'm doing, but back when I really didn't know what I was doing. Okay, let's put that there and just kind of center it up. Yeah, like that. Got that butterfly right in the middle. Now, what this is going to do, and I'm going to trim this off first. Let me trim it a little bit. I got a little bit of white up here at the top. So what this is going to do is, it's going to fold back up. This is going to be the center fold right here. Now, I normally wouldn't fold this already. Yeah, I would fold it. This is going to be the center fold, and that's why I didn't want to go over that fold. That's going to be where it stitches in the signature. This is going to be pages. This one, you can fold it whatever way you want to, as long as you don't have it wider than, say, 6 inches. But I'm just going to use the pre-made folds that are in this paper, and hopefully I won't get a lot of fold in there. I do get some, but wait till it dries, the glue dries. Don't do like I do. Do like I say do. What my mama used to tell me. Alright, then this one, where's it going to fold? Right there. Okay, let's make sure. Press that down real well. So when it does fold, maybe, just maybe, we won't get so many creases in there. We got a little one, but that's okay. So then it would fold up like this. So that's basically going to be one page. It'll stitch in the signature here. This will open up as a little flip out. That'll open up as a flip out. And then you've got this back page. So let's just say that it went in this signature. Let's say that, oh, see, it's a little bit wide, but that's okay. Normally, my pages are, if this is going to be too wide, I'll end up cutting it off. That's not a biggie. No, it's 6 inches. I don't think it's going to be too wide. But there's the page. I would put this right down in there, stitch it in, and then this would be a little flip out, and that would be a flip out, along with pages. You can put pockets on the pages, all sorts of things that you can do. Now, if this bothers you that that's a little bit wider than your regular journal page, just make sure you fold it a little bit further back, and you might have to cut a little bit of this off. So that is going to be that. That doesn't bother me with that being a little bit wider, because I know that it's still going to be inside my journal, because my journal covers are usually about 6 1/4. So, but that is how we make that. And then, like I said, you can decorate these up any way you want, put extra pockets on them. I'll probably put a pocket here and a pocket here. And then in here, I'll do something here since that's kind of plain, or leave that for writing. We could put a little side tuck pocket here, another side tuck over here. I mean, there's tons of things you can do to this, but I just think it's cute. So that and these, that's what is happening today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I am going to work a little bit more out here, and then I'm going to go see if I can find some food. I'm a little bit hungry. Normally I don't get hungry when I'm out here working, and I forget to eat, and that's, people fuss at me for forgetting to eat because I'm diabetic. But when I get started working, I don't think about food. I just think about work. So I forget to put food in my mouth. But right now I'm a little hungry, which is unusual, so I guess I better eat since I'm a little hungry. And then I gotta go out and do some work on the pool. So, but that is it, guys. That's just a couple of variations you can do with junk mail and then junk envelopes. So to use them in your journal, just a few more ideas of ways to use those up. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all your support, all your purchases. We appreciate it more than you will ever know. It helps keep the lights on, pay the bills, and all of that. So we appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.